And welcome back to News 13 Now. We are joined by Nicole Cordero. And now that all of the Christmas gifts are opened, you may have some returns you want to make. And for some, the process can be dreadful. And Nicole is from the Better Business Bureau. She's here to share some tips on how you can make holiday returns as smooth as possible. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, as always.
We appreciate it. And first of all, tell us, what makes returns and exchanges so much different around the holiday season?
Yeah, so the main thing that is different is that store policies can change anytime, but definitely for the holidays, they might be changed. Even if you shop there all the time throughout the year, just know that the biggest thing to know is that their return policies might have changed, meaning you might have less time to return them. So it could be 30 days from when the gift was purchased, or 60 days, or maybe until the end of January, because the holidays are really crazy for everyone. So just make sure that you don't run out of time if you need to do a return or an exchange. So the sooner the better.
We've been talking a lot about people, having to return gifts, and this year, a lot of companies are charging folks, so that's one difference. But what are the differences when we're talking about online and in-person returns? That's
true. So it's most likely going to be easy if you have the receipt and you just want to do an in-store return. So online, you probably want to make sure that you go to the websites, like frequently asked questions page, and see how long you have, of course, and see if you do need to return it online, are you going to need to pay a shipping fee? That's definitely very important, but it might be free just for the holidays, free returns. So definitely make sure that you check that before you go ahead and do it. And maybe you can return something that was gifted to you, purchased online, to a brick and mortar store. Just see if you could do that and avoid those fees.
Right. That's definitely one of the tips that we've given people.
Yeah.
And when we're talking about tips, what are some of the other tips that you can offer shoppers to make smoother returns?
Yeah, so some big tips is what to bring with you when you want to do the returns. Of course, the receipt, if you have it, gift receipt is great, and the original packaging, if you do have that. Then you want to bring your ID. In some cases, they'll ask you, like a store will ask you for your ID. That's just their policy to kind of protect themselves against people who do fraud. It's kind of when you buy something for the holidays and you want to return it right after the holidays. So that's just their way of saying, can I have your ID, to just make sure you don't continuously do that. And yeah, so also pack your patience, right? You're not going to be the only one online trying to make a return this week, especially this weekend. So yeah, be patient.
Yeah, if you want to keep your sanity, also probably not best to show up during the busiest times. Maybe go in the mornings or the evenings is what we tell people.
Right, just try.
Exactly. And lastly, we talk about scams. We're always warning shoppers about the different scams out there. Are there any scams that they should be on the lookout for when it comes to returning those holiday gifts?
Right, so scammers have been working since Black Friday on creating ways to get your money. So they've been creating fake ads for items. They've been creating fake websites just to get your money. And so if you do happen to have purchased from one of those unethical businesses, you will not be able to get in contact with customer service because it doesn't exist. It was a scam. But you should definitely report it to BBB's scam tracker. So that lets us know, and it warns other consumers, steer clear from that business. Then you can also make a complaint. So complaints go to BBB and we alert the business. Then the business has an opportunity to respond and hopefully make it right. But that's something that's a route you can take.
All right, some great tips. Thank you so much for joining us, Nicole.
Thank you.
Appreciate it as always.